Hello everyone, tonight we're doing some more Sims, only this time with The Sims 2. More specifically, thinking we do Desiderata Valley, as that's a town that I have the most experience and familiarity with, as I've played it a few times, games off stream before. Serenely nestled in the hills, Desiderata Valley is a place of dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Many have found the quiet hills a wonderful place to relax and pursue their favorite pastimes. Who knows what destiny has in store for the Sims of Desiderata Valley? Hey, so I usually play The Sims 2 rotationally with mostly just the premates. At least to start with, so oh, we can pretty much get right into playing the game rather than and having to make characters. There's like with the first stream of the Sims 3. I have no idea why the game is silent. It's possible that some of my tinkering around with the music did something. Yeah, apparently I just had the entire game muted for some reason. Oh yeah, I think it was because at one point, like, I was trying to watch a stream while also playing The Sims 2. And it looks like all the new tracks I added. Oh, hold on. I think maybe I skipped over. Yeah, I think I skipped over some of the metal tracks when I went through. I could miss some techno ones as well. But yeah, the way I understand it is that any track that doesn't have a specific artist that's listed, it is a-okay. Because that was actually made for the game specifically. I might be able to get away with these here, but then again, I mean, I did get a VOD mute for playing Claire de Lune once, so I guess we'll see how that goes if any Sims ever listen to any classical. I've got to make sure that. Alright, everything looks good on that front. Alright, so we've got 6 households we can choose from. And as much as, like, Pleasant Sims has a video with a recommended play order for every town. And unless there's at least pre-scripted events, and it pretty much doesn't matter. So Maybe use the roll command to roll a d6. If we start from here and just kind of go around. Then that would be the Bell household. Well, it's now I've got to give that a little bit of time to load in. You know, since it's so easy to just add music to the game, we could potentially have like custom like neighborhood screen music, for instance, in the future. There's no modding required. Because it's literally just a matter of adding stuff to a folder and changing a couple settings. One thing that, you know what, let's actually read the description of the household before we get into it. The Bell family is doing wonderfully well, but will Hannah's sister moving in cause a critical disturbance? Now I've got to wait for the household to load again. We've got Hannah Bell, Isaac Bell, Sharon Worth, and Daniel Bell. One thing that kind of don't like about the the default replacements have installed, sometimes the makeup of sim ends up with is a little funky. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit better. You know, it's because, you know, presumably the Max's default look was fine. At least as far as the developers were concerned, they looked fine. But then when you replace these and make up stuff that's not one-to-one the same style, things get a little funky. So let's see. Real quick, pull up an Excel spreadsheet because that's how I determine. Because I use a thing that's made by Pleasant Sims to determine secondary aspirations. Take a moment to do that. I usually only give secondary aspirations to adults, so most of it's gonna be a matter of typing everything in. But this is one of the benefits of having a second monitor. Alright, Hannah's gonna have the knowledge secondary aspiration. And for Isaac, I think we've got family. And Sharon. And we've got pleasure. Now we can start in all the on once. So usually I just lock in and the sum's highest as value 1. That means that Isaac wants to make a friend, and Hannah wants a second child. Well, Sharon and wants either to bang or to be friends with her nephew. Either one will make her equally happy. Let's roll for it. And that's 2. She's focused on her relationship with her nephew. And Daniel has 4 equally a valued ones. And I rolled a 1 on a d4, so his main one is to play with his dad. But that's gonna have to wait because Because it's time for his parents to go bone to try and produce it. It was a younger sibling for him. I will be right back. Well, that's quite possibly the quickest BRB I've ever had. Because I thought there was something needing my attention, but apparently not. You know, shit, Aaron, being mean to the kid isn't gonna help you. You'll be friends with him. Hannah, get back up here. Fortunately, for whatever reason, you can just click on Sims, tell them to use casual woohoo, but not casual try for baby. Well, this little chime that's at least supposed to indicate that the baby has been conceived. And while they get done with what they're doing, and we can focus on Sharon and Daniel. Oh, yeah. Hannah's gonna have this aspiration gonna have this want for a little while because now I pretty much only have the welcome wagon show up if the Sims are actually like new to town, either because I just added them or because their story implies they are. In a way, hey, being friends with Daniel is kind of Sharon's most viable one right now because like she doesn't have the bed space to woohoo right now. I think granted, they could woohoo on the sofa because I have ACR, but you know, there's a child in the house. Does he kind of want to go somewhere, or like not just a child, but also her sibling, also her sister and her brother-in-law could walk in at any time as well. But yeah, at least those two are adults. And yeah, we can just kind of focus on fulfilling some lower or priority ones. And as well, the bigger ones are either in progress or not easily attainable. Like we can have both Isaac and Daniel all fulfill all want to by just talking to each other. Maybe they can for their little chat they can go play some catch. Sharon doesn't really have much to be actively doing right now. Because Daniel's busy. So he's got, once again, got 4 equally valuable ones. And he rolled another 1, so now we can just leave it locked on to tell a joke to Isaac. So then we can just queue that up. And Isaac is going out to play catch edge in his underwear, apparently. Just totally normal dad behavior. Just not even putting on clothes. To go out and play a catch with his son in the hail. Alright, so Isaac now has a more valuable one, so we'll switch. Let's focus over to that. Oh, the definitely didn't last long. Alright, we need to roll for another Daniel now wants to go play with his mom instead. She's busy eating whatever this is, also in her underwear. Maybe they can go play some Red Hands. Isaac wants to be best friends with Daniel. Well, Sharon wants to be wants to be friends with Daniel. Oh, and now we have a clear action for Daniel to do without having to roll. He both wants to talk to and become friends with his aunt. And now they're friends, so they both fulfill that want. So now his most valuable ones are talk to Hannah and buy a lemonade stands. Let's roll a D2 for that. He's gonna go talk to his mom once he's out of the bath. And meanwhile, Karen wants to become best friends forever with her sister. Okay, so let's see. When it comes to ones related to skills, I usually try and prioritize skills that actually matter for promotions. These are ones for cleaning, cooking, and mechanical, none of which are charisma or body. We could prioritize any one of them or none of them. Which Sharon wants to gain a skill point, which could point to either charisma or body. Yeah, how about you go sleep in your actual bed instead of dozing off on the couch? The Isaac doesn't really have anything he can actively work on right now. Sharon can... Forget how exactly the BFF system works. Like, you look that up, see if there's anything specific I need to do, or if it's just a matter of hitting a relationship threshold. Okay, they automatically become BFFs if they've been best friends for 48 hours. So there's actually nothing that Sharon needs to do to progress towards that goal. Guess maybe she can go work out to build up that body skill a bit more. Or to progress towards that promotion. And all the food in the kitchen is rotted. Gotta clean that up. Oh, the currently 9:26. Probably be going to bed soon. Because I usually send adult Sims to bed around 10. And with child Sims going to bed around like 9. Literally just go to the other side of the bed. And it's not that hard. Since this is just sort of the setup rotation, then we're pretty much done in this household. As setup is usually just this last day of summer, or with the first proper rotation being it the entire fall season. And of course, both of these Sims have to like fail to be able to eat anything. So now they're getting up because they're hungry. Hungry at like 1 in the morning. They can just go eat some instant and then go back to bed. Isaac needs to piss first, so... But both of them aren't getting back to bed until like 2 in the morning. But the shift in seasons just happened, so we can move on to the next household in the rotation. We've got 5 remaining household options. And I rolled a 4. Which points to the Yuna household. And I forgot to read the description again. And so... Natasha loves grilled cheese, and I mean really loves grilled cheese. Will she find someone who shares her dreams, or is there more of a mystery out there for her? Which Natasha is an interesting one because he's the only pre-made sim with the grilled cheese aspiration. Which is usually only available through failing at certain, or then the usage of certain items. Like I think specifically the Renew You Senso Orb. Real quick, calculate her secondary aspiration. Like the one thing she likes other than grilled cheese. And that is the popularity aspiration. And naturally all of her ones are related to grilled cheese. Influence someone to make grilled cheese. He's make grilled cheese for Sim. Serve grilled cheese. Talk to Sim about grilled cheese. I think these grilled cheese might be glitched. Because like it gives the option to resume cooking, but then she actually can't. Because like I guess technically they're already cooked. But she can just make grilled cheese at any time. Due to being I mean the counters look like they're fine. I mean, like I think the problem is just because like you wouldn't think that they would give her blocked counters. I will be right back. I'm back. Let's we can see if anything will happen if I move the plate. And now it's at least not on the same counter anymore. Nope. Oh, definitely seems to be something to do with the plate of grilled cheese. Which, I mean, ultimately, since she doesn't even really need to use her kitchen that much, because she can just conjure grilled cheese anyway, so... Let's serve more grilled cheese. Maybe at some point she'll roll a one from her secondary aspiration and actually have a desire that's not in some way related to grilled cheese. Yes, but for now, I guess she's basically just stockpiling sandwiches. Because she's just re-rolling the one to serve grilled cheese. Use over and over. And now, hopefully we can... Okay, at least the cleanup interaction works. So now that the egg roll cheat has rotted, we're just completely rid of it. Time to stock away more grilled cheese. Oh, now it's lunch grilled cheese. No, we don't need the welcome wagon. We're fine. We've just got other grilled cheese. Which, I mean, there's a downside of she is like slowly losing it from the isolation. Like, and she needs to take a break to shower. Yeah, everyone's like, are you okay, Natasha? But you know, she has no particular. Well, she does want to talk to somebody about grilled cheese. So maybe we can lock that in, and that can be an excuse for her to go out and actually be social, rather than just making more grilled cheese. But then again, she's also tired, so she's probably not going to be going out and being social today. Yeah, yeah, she just wants to eat more grilled cheese. And just conjure grilled cheese for a while. She's probably gonna end up doing her socialization with the social bunny soon. And, you know, she can talk to the bunny about grilled cheese. She she's finally not rolling, being the one to eat grilled cheese. She just wants to serve grilled cheese now. She is also running low on energy, so maybe she can just go to sleep. Right now it's autumn for this household. Well, so now we can move on to the next household. Roll d4. That's a 1. Doing the Asper family next. So Victor wants to have a baby. Elizabeth wants to get the bronze sewing talent badge. Luis wants to gain a skill point. And Pauline wants to get potty trained. Before we start in on any of that, I go through and figure out the secondary aspirations. Alright, so well, it looks like Luis is going to be secondary in family. Elizabeth her highest scoring secondary aspiration is fortune, and she's already fortune, so basically she's just gonna start in on the work and needs rewards early, okay, rather than having a secondary aspiration. And Victor's highest the score is in knowledge. And so that will be his secondary aspiration. Ba basically the reverse of Luis. Makes sense because that's his dad. Two of them can go. Victor and Elizabeth can go. I'll try for baby. While Luis looks after his granddaughter. And basically, we're gonna want to keep an eye on Pauline's bladder need. Since that will determine when the best time to try to do potty training thing will be. Now that they've done that, Elizabeth can go, well, like, make some pot holders. And Victor can work on cleaning. Because he wants to gain a cleaning skill point, and that's the one thing he needs to get a promotion. He's just gonna sit on the couch. Oh, just his tidy whities. He's reading about cleaning. At least, how about you? You'll probably train Pauline since her actual parents are kind of busy right now. Now we don't need a welcome wagon. Maybe Louise can make lunch as well. Time for more grilled cheese in just a different household. Really, Elizabeth, you're gonna do that right now? Literally right after your father-in-law started cooking. And go back to your sewing. I guess we could go shopping for an expensive sculpture. And here we can buy this thing to satisfy Elizabeth's one, and she buy a big expensive sculpture for 15,000 or more simoleons. Probably about time to Pauline in her crib. How about you go eat need your grilled cheese? Well, these two both went to buy a telescope, costing at least 500 simoleons, so might as well do that. Now, Victor wants to teach Pauline in potty training. Well, Leanne and Natasha, you haven't seen Louise around. How much? You rarely leave your house. That was because you're too busy making grilled cheese. Now let's just have Luis work on his charisma. That's his look. Oh, his skill. Which apparently he doesn't even have a mirror in his little house over here. Now let's buy him a mirror so that he can practice his speech without having to take up the bathroom for who knows how long. And it looks like Elizabeth still needs to eat more grilled cheese. Yes, right, so let's see. Pauline is awake. It doesn't probably use a bottle. Oh, but right, let's see. We can Have Elizabeth make yet more pot holders. Because until she actually earns that talent badge, that's all she can make. Make just a whole bunch of pot holders. Although he's supposed to see a relative get engaged, but somehow I'm... Oh, it seems doubtful that it's gonna happen. Yeah. He's at the very least going to have to wait a while on that. Because his one unwedded relative is a toddler. Like, it's dubious whether he will live to see that happen. Why are you not... Are you suddenly incapable of putting a toddler in her crib? Which it's time for potty training anyway. So he's unwilling to do that either. Must be because she's busy with the activity table. Yep, that was it. Just unwilling to interrupt after when she was playing with the activity table. But also doesn't look like he actually potty trained her at all. All because, like, I think there was no change in her bladder need. Now we can... And basically everyone's bed. can just speed on through. Oh, it's the end of summer. And so we're halfway done with the setup rotation. So you only have 3 households remaining in this town. D3. That's a 3, so we're going to the contrary household next. Love and understanding are the foundations of a healthy family life, but can the contraries gain in enough of it to keep themselves together? Alright, so now I need to go in and calculate 8 secondary aspirations. Alright, for Edward, his secondary aspiration is going to be pleasure. And for Opal, secondary aspiration and is going to be popularity. Then and Rick will get his secondary aspiration in 12 days when he becomes an adult or young adult. Both of the parents want to see Rick be an overachiever. They also want a telescope, so they can't afford a telescope. Oh, because they've only got 502 simoleons. Pretty much just have them walk to work. For that matter, Rick should be in school since it's 8 a.m. So he can just let a good portion of the day fly on by. No, we don't need a welcome wagon, especially since nobody's home. Rick gets home first. Apparently wants to get a bronze sewing talent badge. And the game momentarily glitched out because a menu popped up while I was doing this. And so the cursor got stuck. I think as much as it doesn't count out as him actually making money, it makes sense for him to just immediately sell the potholders he makes. Right now, I've got the funds for that telescope. Right, Opal to gain a skill point, and she needs a mechanical skill point. I need to, in order to get that promotion. So she should go do that. You know, I'm gonna note down Rick as having like $10 of his own. Because like, you know, he did spend his parents' money to make those potholders. So it makes some sense for them to not only have to pay them back, but maybe either even keep some of the profits. Rick's basically just making $5 per potholder. Or until eventually like maybe he'll get a job or something and will actually have the funds to pay for making as many potholders as he wants. And that was only 44 simoleons. It was a bad one, so he gets two simoleons, ends in return. Luis is here because as Edward was looking through the telescope and spying on people. And because of the way the game works, Luis is just always the one that comes to complain when people are spying. Like somehow it's just his house that's always the one being spied on. Well, how about you serve dinner? Make some mac and cheese. Oh, it seems I told her to have dinner rather than serve. I guess Rick will just have to make his own mac and cheese. Meanwhile, Edward isn't even hungry. Don't go messing on your son's computer. I'm just gonna I'll lock that door real quick. Looks like it's about time for the Sims in this household to start heading to bed. Should be able to just fast forward on until the start of fall. Alright, so that's set for this household. Alright, the D2 was a 1. Contrary, Una, Asper, Bell. We're going to the Jacques household now. Let's see, second to last as in the rotation. And the first we need to do our calculations for our secondary aspirations. So, Marcel is getting the popularity secondary aspiration. And Sophia is getting the popularity secondary aspiration as well, but since she's already popularity sim, she's basically just doubled down. She's basically just doubling down on popularity. And finally, in a similar vein, using the same values for the calculation, we need to figure out whether her Viola is going into athletic or music. Well, depending on what careers are actually available, she could end up going in for a different one than what the calculation points to. This is basically just to determine which one to lock in. Athletic got an 18 and music got 21. So locking in music. And sending her upstairs to find a job. So that she can go figure out which one is actually available. Dance, architecture, politics, law enforcement, and athletics. So right now she's going athletic. You know, I think I might actually no. You might as well lock in make a friend. And since that's got a higher value. And these two can go relax. Makes sense. And it says the only way I can have them try for baby. The we're doing that. Oh, can we can have Violet work on her mechanical skill. Well, because she needs that to get promoted. She just wants to gain a skill point. Alright, so the... now that they're done banging, we can... Sophia go and study mechanical because she specifically wants to. And all of Marcel's wants would mean interrupting Violet's studying. So those will all have to wait until after first she gains a mechanical skill point. So she does also have work in an hour, so I might not actually get a chance to talk to her at all. Yeah, he actually he managed to talk to her before she needed to leave. So now that's just these two, and neither of them have any ones that have anything to do with each other. So they're pretty much just kind of hanging around until something else happens. Marcel needs to go to work right now, so now it's just gonna be Sophia for a little while. I suppose I could fulfill her want to meet someone new by like introduce herself to a walk by or something. Yeah. But she's also kind of starving right now. Maybe she should go make some spaghetti. Or she starves herself to death dancing in the living room in her underwear. As much as maybe she's pregnant because like didn't hear the chime, but also Sims do, like lose their motives faster when they're pregnant. Like, she was hungry enough to scarf down two entire plates of spaghetti, so... Now let's lock this door so that, the parents won't be barging in to mess with their daughter's computer. Well, at least in this household they have two computers. And so we got time to start sending Sims to bed. No, not right now. Now's not really the time to invite Rick over. So now we can just fast forward on through. To the start of fall. Whenever that ends up being, because like it's like I feel like it's usually fairly early in the morning when the game makes the season switch. I think maybe what time the household started at, that also makes a difference. Right, now it's fall for the Jacques household. Let's get a note down real quick. Which made 97 simoleons. That's on our first day of work. I think. I don't think she's gotten promoted yet. She's got 97 simoleons of her own. Well, that leaves one household remaining. Being the Mole family. Alright, so now we need to set up John Mole's secondary aspiration. This is the last time we have to do this until we have a new adults them around, either through casts, moving somebody in, and or just aging somebody up at some point. Right, so John Mole's secondary aspiration is going to be family. Currently, he wants to make a friend and gain a cooking skill point. And buy a bar and meet someone new. I think for right now, you can work on cooking. Now we don't need the welcome wagon. And now he wants to flirt. He has a crush relationship with Sharon, but doesn't actually have the hots for her. Something we might want to do is to run the randomizer real quick. Just for Sims with no preference. Because I don't know if the game actually has set preferences for any Sims other than maybe the ones that are married. So you know what? Maybe we send him off to another lot somewhere. There in the community. He can just take a little trip to the park or something. You need to meet someone new. I'm not. That's the wrong bathroom. Alright, there's nobody he doesn't already know here. Because he knows pretty much everyone in this town. Out of the pre-maids. But he does have two bolts of chemistry with That's Sharon, so maybe he hits her with that good old spy charm. He still wants to make a friend. Okay, so it does look like okay, I just had to have them interact romantically once. And to have ACR take over. You know, maybe he can go make friends with somebody. And he may not be meeting anyone new, but at the very least, he's having a good time. I guess he can meet someone new by talking to this random old lady.
Hey! A man is being fucked over by his local government in Lego City. Build the killdozer. Destroy the town hall. Get your revenge. The new Lego City killdozer.
He still wants to make a friend. Which, yeah, that's locked in, so of course he still wants to. He should probably also be heading home soon. Maybe he's just gonna abandon his half-eaten hot dog. And now, because I've got because of the way the mod they have for handling the weird temporal disconnect between it in community lots and as in home lots. How this works, I've got to wait while ultra speeds through to 6 p.m. Oh, actually, a little bit later, or even. Probably just accounting for the time it takes them to actually arrive. Because he left around 6, but it's gonna take him a little while, especially since he's walking. Just make some mac and cheese for supper and then really head on to bed. Alright, so all around town. I think there are a couple more households that are designed to be paired with. Yeah, there are a couple more households that are designed to be paired with this town, but they don't seem to be available in this version of the clean template I have. I think maybe I'll just call it a night a little bit early. And on Monday we can do the first part at least of the first proper rotation, because like it took about 2 hours to get through one day with each household. So it's probably gonna it's probably gonna take about 8 hours, give or take, to go through one rotation. And adjusting for the fact that I won't have to do the any calculations as for secondary aspirations for every single household all next time. The next Sims 2 stream on Monday. I could maybe do a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh or something this last hour. Just get like a couple of the solo mode missions done. I think I've got the energy to do that. Anyway, next. So anyone who's not sticking around for Yu-Gi-Oh, thank you for stopping by. Next Sims 2 stream is planned for next Monday. Next stream in general, at least, is planned to be Yu-Gi-Oh. Might still be. Or we could do some GeoGuessr. But either way, that's planned for Thursday. So now we'll be right back as I set things up for Yu-Gi-Oh.